Greetings, greetings. I'm excited to just be tapping in. As always, take what resonates, leave what does not. And let's begin. So I'm going to ask you at the beginning of this reading to hold a question in your mind, quite possibly write it down, and answer the question for yourself. Make sure it's a yes or no question. Now let's see if you get or are able to gain clarity from the answers that come out in this reading. Make sure you at least ask one yes or no question, and you list why you want that yes or no question, okay? So I'm going to give you some time to either text your questions to yourself or to write them down, or to press pause on the video and to speak them to text. But go ahead and ask yourself some questions. Write down the answer that you think it is. Or even if you want to write down the answer that you hope it's not. Let's see what comes out. So I hope you're doing well. I hope that you are doing very good. Again, the purpose of this time is for you to write down your questions, to list them while you see me on camera shuffling the decks that we will be using for today's reading. And then as the answers come out, refer back to your cards. I would suggest, if you are interested in maintaining connection with my channel and the readings that I put out, that you get one of those flipping note cards that have the metal spiral connections at the end. I'll show you an example of one. And keep your questions and date them. So you can also date what message that you listen to. Okay? And what your questions were. That way you can keep track of your growth. All right? And while we wait for all the decks to be shuffled on screen, just so you don't think that I'm messing with you or not being honest with the cards that come out in the order that they come out in. You can answer some questions. So how was your day? 333. Any good news recently? Any hopeful news come out recently? Almost put half the deck in the reverse, so maybe that's significant for someone. Maybe half of what's going on right now in your life seems to be moving forward, and the other half seems to be moving in the reverse. And I do see a reversal here. I'm going to put it in upright. In the past, I actually had a whole video dedicated when I started my channel to making sure all cards were in their upright, and you saw them being shuffled before I conducted the readings. So if you're a very impatient soul and you want everything to get straight to the reading, I will advise you to note that in the beginning, quite many of these will look like this. There are always, for this channel, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 decks that are used, minimum, each reading. And, or I would say 7 decks are the foundation for these readings. Other decks can be utilized, may be utilized, but these 7 are the only 7 for this channel, okay? Let's go ahead and tap into the reading and see what messages are here to come out for the collective of souls that resonate with the vibrational energy that I'm putting out so far. All right. What messages would you like to relay to the collective for this reading? Are there any messages that you would like to relay or have come out for the collective from this reading? From this deck. Okay, no cards came out, but many came and flipped in reverse. Let's ask again. What messages would you like to have come out for the collective from this reading? What messages would you like to relay to the collective for this reading from this deck? So nothing is coming out and we are not going to force it. Let's go ahead and move on to our next deck and see what messages would like to come out. Are there any messages that you would like to have come out? Okay, for the collective from this deck. A lot of things are flipping in your hand. They're not coming out. They seem to be flipping around in your hand. The first card that we have is the Oshun Honey Pot. So sacred pleasure, sensuality, self-love, 7. All right. Next we have Oshun Rising, 39. Awakening, enlightenment, and insight. And finally, we have in the reverse, Oshun of self-destruction, self-sabotage, destructive patterns, and caution. So some of you, and I resonate with this energy in the collective, are in your honeypot season. It's going good financially, fiscally. Good might not mean that you have an overabundance of money coming in. Good could simply mean you are managing what you have very well. What this also is indicating is that you are awakening and enlightening yourself, and you're providing yourself with the insights that are necessary to move on and make the proper decisions right now in this season. And 838, you are not self-destructive. You are not engaging in activities that are destroying you, which is awesome. So let's see what the Soul Oracle wants to indicate. What would the Soul Oracle deck like to indicate? Thank you. And say for the collective. Any other messages, Soul Oracle? Okay. Any other voices from the soul that you would like to speak to from this deck? Thank you. All right. And that fell on the back side of the table, so much so that I am wondering if I will be able to reach it. Okay, not this way. I will journey around. All right, here it is. So first card up we have is love. So along with there being honey pot, there is some good honey pot love going on. We also have reunion. So this may be with the rising, the awakening, the enlightenment, the insight. There's some love coming out. And then we have here burden of tears. So 327. And we have here 21. So 3, 9, 1. 9 with 3, 9, 9. So maybe 939 is significant to someone. We have 2 1s here with the 17 and the 21, and we also have another 9 with the 7 plus 2 is 9. So we have 9s and 1s out here heavy right now. And we also have 3s, actually, exclusively, these numbers. 3, 3, 3, out here. 7, 7, 7 is out here. And we also have 9 and 9 out here on the table as well. Oh, wow. Okay. So somebody's honeypot could be love. 10. This reunion of the awakening. And maybe this is currently how things are coming into your life, your energy. You're giving yourself that self-love, pleasuring yourself, engaging in your sensuality. This love for self is causing an arise. I was about to say it arise, but it's causing an awakening. Key insight coming in, this reunion with self, which is the opposite of being destructive, which is the opposite of feeling burdened by tears. Let's see what else wants to come out for this reading. This is lovely. I love it. I love it. I love this. This is awesome for us. Okay. Okay. And things are also coming out in 3s here. So 1, 2, 3 again. All right. So we have the 27 and we have 2 27s out here. So another 9 and 9. Fruitfulness. And we have 21. Another 21 coming out. Huge synchronicity with resourcefulness. And we have a 35. Our first 5 on the table. And this is protection. So stay fruitful in loving yourself, in this self-love, in this sacred pleasure that you are indulging in. Stay resourceful in your reunion, in this rising of your enlightenment, your awakening, and your insight. Again, combination of R might be significant with rising, reunion, and resourcefulness. Love being out here twice. Sacred and sensuality. Satet being out here. But most importantly, know that you have this divine protection 35, which is the 8 card. And we have 2 8s actually. 1 plus 7 is 8. And then 3 plus 5 is 8. So we have an 8, 3, 8. Synchronicity. Maybe some of you have been seeing 838 a lot on the clock. Well, you are protected. As a result, you feel no burden, no necessity to dedicate time to giving tears. And tears, for some of you, meaning self-destruction. Let's keep on going along. What other cards or meanings or messages would you like to have come out for the collective? For this reading. Any messages from this deck that you would like to have come out? 1441. Is there a message? Thank you. From this deck. Are there messages from this deck that you would like to have come out for the collective? Okay. Thank you. Another set of 3. All right. So first card out, you have 33, all right, with Restore, which I believe landed more so on this middle deck. We have 19, 1 and 9, Healer, and then clearly on this side of the table, Resourcefulness. So, Healer 19 card. It says release. More confirmation that this 19, this time for you to release and become the healer for yourself, is going to bear much fruit in the fact that you're able to love yourself, and that self-love turns into sensuality, turns into a sacred pleasure, your honey pot. Wherefore now your honey part is this 33, maybe age 33 or coming out of the year 33, that age range. You're restoring, you're rehabilitating, you're balancing, you're clearing. Again, here are these R words again: release, rehabilitation, restore, resourcefulness, reunion, rising. So you are restoring yourself more with the self-love, balancing, clearing out your energy. Again, image here with this beautiful masculine and feminine on it. Y'all together, you in union, your masculine and feminine energy, and you with another, are being very resourceful in this reunion, and y'all are rising. Another R, again, resourcefulness again. So we have resourcefulness and resourcefulness. Key here, your memory, what you are surrounding yourself with, and how y'all are aware with more twos. 22, again, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2 on the table. So twos can be significant, but you're being very resourceful with how you protect yourself, protect this union, protect your love for yourself. And this is being shown with the lack of tears for some of you. I love this reading. Wow. Thank you for these divine messages. Everything that's coming out clear is clarity. All right. Thank you. Anything else you want to say? Okay. All of these came out, I believe, in the reverse. So I'm going to place them here like this. Another set of 3. The first reversal is Propostum, Propositun. And I will definitely have to get the book to comprehend the meaning of this one. Next we have, in the reverse, Avarita, Avarita, another that I will need the book for, so we will be learning together today what this term means. And then finally we have Sufficia, Sufficintia, like being sufficient, so not sufficient. And let us go ahead, I'm excited, get the book and learn what the meaning of these cards and our symbols deck represent. All right, the first. $98. Interesting, I almost went straight to it. I'm on 97. So this is the key symbol. Reason determines the weight of every harvest. So not having a reason to love self other than self-love. This is the navel stone, symbol of great goddess, and can be found throughout the world. Some scholars suggest that these stones are deliberately placed at oracle centers according to geodetic principles. The meaning, if you get this card in a reading, there is a possibility that you're making an essential by incorrectly ascribing a good purpose for a belief, decision, or action. And the fact that it came out in reverse means it's the opposite. You are making essential and correct and good purpose, belief, decision, filled, actionable choices. So all the negative things that I'm reading here, you're actually doing the opposite of that. And you are in this era of balanced love, which is wonderful. Now let's go to our next card, which is on page 100, the very next page. Interesting. A nude soul is the best adorned. It's a symbol of a smashed vessel, represents haste to acquire something and or greed. If you have this card in the reading, it is a warning that you might be seeking more than what is necessary to be satisfied. And again, it came out in the reverse. You're not seeking more than what is necessary to be satisfied. You are actually aligned with what is most important, and you're making sure your beliefs and your ways and your actions reflect that. So you're doing the opposite of all the negative things here. It's so good that these cards came out in the reverse. And let's get our last one, which is on page 112. Okay. And it's the symbol of the Temple of Aset, or Temple of Isis at Pompeii. Represents safety and comfort. It was not a big temple, but it undoubtedly served countless devotees of the goddess who were seeking aid and advice. So the meaning, if you get this card in your reading, you are choosing to smile on the outside while you suffer silently on the inside. Again, you're doing the opposite. You're not smiling on the outside. You're wearing your resting bitch face, as some people call it. While you are not suffering silently on the inside, you're sufficiently handling your business on the inside. It says here, you are being warned to take necessary steps to change the situation or risk missing out on rich opportunities and untold adventures. You're doing the opposite. This is not a warning. This is a shout out, a call out. Girl, we see you. Dude, we see you, my man, taking the necessary steps. You are changing the situation. You comprehend that these risks are going to allow you to tap into the rich opportunities and the untold of adventures and successes. You are doing that thing. You're doing that thing so great and so amazing. I love this. I love that it was these cards that all came out in reverse. And finally, let's close out these messages with our divine masculine. Let's see what kind of masculine energy is out here. So for you as a masculine tapping in, or as a feminine who might have had a question about a particular masculine. Let's see what masculine energy there is here. Okay? What masculine energy is there? Would like to come out. Is there any particular masculine energy? Thank you. I would like to come out and speak. We have Acosta, which this just reminds me of like to accost someone. Native American energy, wolf energy. I personally prefer the image of masculines and wolves over masculines and lions. Again, this whole lion share concept of masculines like lions having multiple women. I'm more so ascribed to a masculine with wolf with one lone partner for all of days. Then we have Yeshua here. I think most of us all know what energy that is. So the sacrifice, that masculine who is sacrificing self, who is restoring self, sacrificing those parts of self. Next masculine energy we have is this, looks like Samoan energy or Hawaiian, Raumoko. So fire, maybe a fire sign. Aries energy. Okay. A lot of red. Yumgak. So this reminds me of either Aztec, Incan, or Mayan energy, Native American. And then Orunmila energy. All right, so this concludes our reading. I actually just noticed that we have 6 cards that came out. So 2, 2, and 2. So today I would definitely say it's a day where tons of synchronicities along the lines of looking at things happening in 3s, 6, with these 6 that came out, 9s, 7s, 1s, 2s. We did have the 8 come out. We did have some 3s on the table as well, I believe. Only numerical synchronicities with 1s, 2s, 3s, 7s, 5s, and 9s. Either blue, orange, or red masculine energy. But keep loving yourself, keep rising, collective. I look forward to tapping in again, and have a great rest of your sun cycle.